have a couple of questions. One of them is a company required to renew the client customer permission to access data annually?
So I might pick that up. So the customer client permission, if you're looking at it from a data protection perspective, you're talking about the validity of consent, and the requirements on consent under the GDPR are that you need unambiguous, freely given consent. It may be that some of the consent declarations given in the past do not meet those requirements. We've had different variances in the member states of what consent needs to look like, and the advice would be you probably need to revisit your database of consent, your repository of consent, and qualify which of those may need to be renovated. However, it is not a need to go through an annual review. It is just this steps change towards the GDPR, and then the guiding principle is you can process data based on consent within the scope of consent. So within the boundaries of the consent, anything that's outside is not justified with consent, and that's where you ask your lawyer whether there are other legal bases which would allow you to do so.
Okay, good. A couple more quick questions here. What are the capabilities with regard to audio and video data? Do we have an ability to incorporate chronologically with other data, sort of sync these up?
Well, with audio, there are many what we've been integrating in our products for a long time. I haven't emphasized it here. Is the ability to search in audio. We can do that in many different languages. We use phonetic search, which works very well. With respect to video, we can already search the audio components of video files. With respect to the video content, the image content, that's a little bit harder. We are working very hard, and we should have this in our platform probably somewhere next year, where we can tag video content and images with textual information. And then recognize objects and what's happening in the video or in the images, and use that then for the discovery process.
Great, thank you. And then the final question we'll ask today is, what about languages? Does the program or service have the ability to discern the nuances of other languages? Or what are
that's a very good question. Well, the languages are automatically recognized by the system. We support hundreds of languages. We can search and full text index hundreds of languages. With respect to the higher cognitive levels, machine translation, audio search, we do not have support for hundreds of languages, but we do have support for most of the Western European and other Asian and Middle East languages. And if you are interested, just send us an email. We provide you with lists of languages that are supported. But what we try to do is we try to develop these type of technology being as little language dependent as possible. And yes, we do teach the systems by using large data sets, the capabilities of semantic analysis for other languages as much as we can automatically.